Oh,
You're ready, Chair.
okay. I call this meeting of the Independent Nomination Board to order, sorry. It's 4:57 p.m. on October 17th, sorry, October 17th. Can I please get a roll call?
Member Diego,
Present, and only myself in my room.
mahalo. Member Gormley, not present. Member Kealoha,
Present.
Member Lahano, not present. Member Purdy Avelino,
Present in our office on my own on Molokai.
Member Shimizu,
Present.
Chair Stone,
Present.
Vice Chair Sullivan,
Present.
Member Viella.
Present.
Chair, you have quorum for today's meeting.
Great. Before we do anything, I'd like to open the floor up for public testimony. Testimony is limited to 3 minutes per agenda item. There's no one in the room to give public testimony? Is there anyone online, or has anyone submitted written testimony?
Chair, no one has submitted testimony or present to provide testimony.
All right. Okay. Moving on to agenda item number 3, old business, interview and consideration of applicants for following boards, commissions, and committees. Housing Advisory Board, 2 applicant interviews.
If the person is online, I think at this time, we do need to go into exec session for the interviews. So if someone can make the motion.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I don't see the individual. Chair,
Okay. Is this Mr. DeLeon would be the, ooh, sorry. Okay.
There's no one else scheduled for today.
Okay, thank you. So no one else is scheduled for either the Housing Advisory Board or HANA Advisory Committee to Maui Planning Commission for interviews.
You can defer this item to later on. Take it out of order later on since we're reconvening in March.
Okay.
Next week. So.
What am I doing? What's the term? Deferring, thanks. We'll defer agenda item number 3 for some point in the future. For the next meeting, possibly.
Well, next meeting is still the same meeting that we're reconvening. So we'll just move on to the next item. Sorry, we're just
Gonna defer it.
Yeah. No, well, not if we defer, I think we have deferred to the next scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
After, not next meeting, but the week after. Because it's still one meeting next week. Because we're doing one meeting in 2 days.
We're all going to move in together.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just move on to the next session without going to this session.
Okay. Moving on to item number 4, new business. Board may discuss and take necessary actions on the following items listed below.
Oh, wait,
Chair.
Sorry. So we're not doing the 3A, 1 and 2, the summary of votes, so we didn't do anything, but we are going to do B,
Thank you.
review and approval draft letters.
Okay.
If you can ask for public testimony on this item and close it if you would this need.
Okay. Yep. I apologize. Stepping back a second to item 3B, review and approval of draft correspondence to members whose terms end March 31st, 2025, and those members eligible for a reappointment to 5-year term for those boards, commissions they currently are a member of. If there's any public testimony regarding this agenda item, please raise your hand online.
There is none, Chair.
All right. Okay. We'll close public testimony on agenda item 3B. All right. I believe everyone has that reappointment email in front of them. Has everyone had time to review it?
Chair, you have a draft of the reappointment email as well as the term ending email. I received feedback from one of our members, and so I just added that in. I didn't have anything else for this body to look at.
Great. When is this, when do we want to have this?
This
completed?
was supposed to have come back to, for me to present to everybody today.
Okay.
And so that we can get this out.
Got it. All right. If everyone's reviewed it, do we have any questions?
So we just need the members, all of you, to make a motion, approve or disapprove it.
Got it. All right. I would entertain a motion to approve this correspondence.
I'll make a motion to approve both the reappointing email and the term end email.
All right. Can I get a second for that, please?
Second.
All right. Member Kalo has seconds. Just open up for quick discussion. Does anyone want to speak about this at all?
Chair, in the second paragraph, is that question mark at the end supposed to be there, or is that? Commissioner committee?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Any other discussion items? We're definitely going to want to fix that, I imagine.
Is the edit to change it to a period?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's also on the email.
On the term ending email, second paragraph.
I understand the context with the question mark, but I don't know if it's grammatically correct.
Okay, changed on both of them, Chair.
Great.
Yes, please. All right.
So should I revise my motion to?
No, so there should be a second motion to amend the edit, the letters, the two letters with the edits that we just made, removing the question marks and then replacing with the periods on both of them. Get a second on that, vote on that, and then come back to the main motion. And
Why don't I
then,
just withdraw my motion? No. No, just amend it. Okay. Somebody has to amend my motion.
yeah,
I think you're allowed to.
I can amend my own motion?
yeah,
Okay.
you're not changing,
I'd like to make an amendment to my motion to remove the question marks in both second paragraphs of both emails and replace it with a period.
All right. Can I get a second on that, please? All right. Member Viela seconds. All those in favor?
I
Aye.
Okay, that looks like everyone voted aye unanimously. So the motion passes. We still need to.
You have to go back to your original motion to accept the email
draft as edited,
as edited.
yeah. As
we need to
modified.
vote on that.
Yeah,
Motion and vote.
yeah, just do that, yeah, I would make another motion on that.
Okay, so now the motion is to accept the edited version of the letter as it is to go out. Okay, second. That's confusing, sorry.
Member Viela seconds. All right.
Question?
Yeah. Is there any discussion? Raise your hands remotely if you want to speak. Doesn't look like it. All right. Anyone in office that would like to bring any changes?
No.
Okay. All those in favor of passing this as with the edited changes?
I
Looks like,
everybody's.
yep, that's unanimous. All right. That motion
Just to be
passes.
clear, sorry for the record, Chair, if you can just say that the members online also raise their hand and
Okay.
aye. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, because I can't really.
Member Kulia? Yep.
There it is.
Keep her, there you go. She has a little hand up. There you go.
Thank you.
Member Ola? Thank you. Yep, she put her hand up too. There we go.
Thank-
Okay, that is unanimous. All right, moving on. Agenda item 4. New business. 4A, notice of resignation. Brian T. Ward has resigned from South Maui Advisory Committee. Effective.
So,
Yeah.
Yep, thank you. October 7th, 2024. People, oh, we can actually do that. All right, excellent. There's a copy of his resignation letter if anyone wants to read it. All right.
The chair, the date to fill this vacancy would be December 6th, 2024.
Got it. Yep.
Thank you.
2 months. Thank you.
Were we gonna have any discussion about what we talked about before?
Not here. I think over here in B.
Yep. If there's any public testimony on item number 4A, the resignation of Brian T. Ward, please put your hand up.
Chair, there is none in the room, online,
Okay,
or online, I should say.
great. All right, we'll close public testimony on agenda item 4A. Agenda item 4B, review and consideration of applications for boards, commissions, and committees and vacancies as listed in the agenda.
Okay. For this one, we have a little bit of an update as the direction to take. For advice to the board, I would like to ask to go into this session for that portion only. But in essence, what we are going to be that the board will be doing going forward would be to concentrate on those vacancies whose term is ending March 31st, 2025, and then put that together with all the rest of the mass nomination vacancies that we are currently facing. So these are all the vacancies that were already there when this board formed. And I think we have this is part of the meeting packet, correct or no?
Right.
Is this part of the meeting packet?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And posted online.
Yeah, so that's on the B and C vacancies prior to IMB establishment list. So while this board did consider some vacancies that for some of these positions that are in green, the ones that the names will be forwarded to the appointing authority, or the ones the term expiration is March 31st, 2025.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, anything further, I think it's better to discuss in executive session. So I would be asking for someone to make a motion to go into executive session based on HRS 92-5A8. On questions and issues related to the board's powers, duties, and immunities.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session per HRS 92-5A2 and 5A4, 5A8.
5A8. Oh,
Yes,
that's on all.
8 only, excuse me. Okay, as per 5A8. To consider the higher evaluation, dismissal, or discipline of any officer.
Oh, wait,
Do I
sorry.
need to read any of this?
The part that says to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues regarding,
Ah,
that should be the end one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, let me start again, okay? I'd like to move into executive session for HRS 92-5A4 to consult with the board's attorney on questions and issues pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities. Is that correct?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, thank you.
No,
Can I get a second for that, please? Okay.
Second.
Seconds. All those in favor?
aye.
Remote if you want to. There you go.
That was I.
Excellent. Okay, that's unanimous. Thanks, Secretary. All right, reconvening the Independent Nomination Board in regular session. It's 5:30 p.m. In executive session, we discussed some items pertaining to
Sorry.
Pertaining to, in executive session, we consulted with our deputy corporate counsel on questions and issues related to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and deliberated or made a decision upon matters so stated. Is that good enough? Or do I need to be more specific?
No, I think that's good enough. And I just need to, for the record,
Oh, member Viella just stepped out.
yeah, but you still have quorum.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Also, if anybody wants to make a motion regarding,
Yes.
yeah,
I would entertain a motion to allow me to write a letter to go ahead, some governmental bodies.
I'll make the motion where we give Jason the authority to approve a letter that Corey will be writing to the mayor's office, council, and administrative offices, department?
the department heads.
Well, department heads, thank you. So she'll be writing the letter pertaining to what we discussed on our understanding of how we're going to proceed. And I'd like to make that motion that Jason can approve that letter on our behalf.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Member Kilo, seconds. All those in favor?
I
Okay, that's I. Okay.
Yep. Both remote are ayes. That's everyone that's currently in the room is unanimous. Mr. Viella currently absent. All right. Where are we at?
see.
Yeah. Is that 4C? Yep. Next agenda item 4C, discussion and determination of I&B procedures and deadlines for the review, interview, and selection of applicants for 2025 mass nominations due on December 31st, 2024 for submission to the appointing authorities, possible establishment of a TIG. And we have a mass nomination vacancy list that we just reviewed, this horizontal paper. Note, member Viela's back in the room. Nice. Yep. Yep. All right. Is there anything we need to discuss on this?
Which item are you on?
We're on 4C.
So you need to call for public testimony.
Thank you. I'll open the floor for public testimony on agenda item 4C. If anyone remote or on phone would like to provide public testimony, now is your opportunity. It doesn't look like anyone.
No one's indicated. We have nobody in the room, nobody online.
All right, we'll close public testimony on agenda item 4C.
So here, I think if this body can sort of come up with a maybe due dates of sorts, any ideas about where to publicize. Besides, I think the only thing so far that this body approved is having it on the cons social media network to have the vacancies advertised. I believe the secretary did say that there is budget money near budget for this board. If you want to take out like a radio ad, or I don't know if newspaper is going to be a thing. I don't know if you can.
Media, press release, radio, like you said, press release, radio.
Yep.
Social media.
Okay.
I don't know if any other ideas. I think one of the ideas might be if there's any community fairs, if any members want to do a community outreach.
Yeah.
That's an idea. But those kind of things, just keeping in mind that the vacancies that we have, and our deadline is going to be at the end of the year. So to submit the list to the appointing authority.
Right. And it's currently this list of 29
Yeah.
vacancies for mass nomination, not including the people that have resigned.
Correct.
Open up for discussion. Anyone have any ideas on how to drum up some additional applicants?
So, Chair, there's a couple pieces to this. You have the document in here, which is your marketing. So you have your marketing and your a revised application. It's later on the agenda.
Yep.
They're all tied in.
Okay.
This question really is, how do you want to proceed to review and interview your applicants as a body? You have dates to hit. This is due December 31st. The list needs to be passed up to the appointing authorities. Your last board meeting is December
11.
the
11th, I believe.
11th, which means that you would need to complete all business by December 11th.
Yep. No one wants to have a meeting on December 25th?
Yeah.
All right. Joking aside. Okay. So we need to have people vetted and approved. 29 people. Possibly some reappointments in here though, right?
I think Corey's identified 9 possible reappointments.
Yep. Got it. Okay. Okay.
So can I ask what was done in the past for recruitment?
Sure.
And was
Sure.
was it
So-
successful?
The steps taken were as follow. Application, revision to the application, queued up all the pieces for revision of application, press release, social media, webpage, handed off with what the vacancies were, including if there was a lanai seat, a cultural. And that is part of this information that you have in here, right? Here is the ads posted in the elevator, handed out at various locations, remote, HANA, and used web banners online with link as well as a QR code that you could scan, and it would take you to the application. Individuals were able to complete it, submit it online, or send it in. Those are the two ways that we receive it at this point. Majority came in through there. We set the date for receipt of them as November 6th. All the applications came in. In the meantime, running simultaneously were emails that went out to those who could be reappointed and those who were terming out. Are you interested in serving on, here are the boards that are available to you, with the exception of the one that you're sitting on. Are you interested in any of these? So that by November 6th, you had marketing going out and you were tagging anybody else. And then there was also word of mouth to the departments, the directors and all the departments, letting them know, here is the application if they knew of anybody that wanted to apply their own resources. We now have 9 members on this board who could do the same. Share it in your social media, share it with anybody you think that may fill those pukas. This year, you have an additional layer of candidates, and those are those you have already interviewed that can go to the list. So that's a little bit of a head start. You have 28 boards and commissions that will have vacancies. Those are 59 terms that will be expiring, 9 possible reappointments, 29 who are terming out, and about 24 that you had already interviewed. So you'll have a good pool. And you get that in by November, beginning of November, and then you start to wade through. You have some things in place already, which is putting them into the spreadsheet so you can see 1 through 4, which were their tops, and then going through there. This is where you have to determine whether you want to work as a TIG in groups, divide the 28, 3 times 7 is, 21, but I mean, you could separate it, the groups, work together and come and make recommendation and vote from there. But we wanted to bring that. So in the past, then I would take it, go through, start making the phone calls, talking to people. You're interested, blah, blah, blah. and then put the list together of names. It was given to mayor by the end of the year, and then mayor had until end of January 30th. Ideally, January 29th is when we would like to submit this. That means that it needs to go to Corporation Council from the mayor no later than January 15th. We don't want to kill Corporation Council. We have in the past. It's a dash because they now have they'll have 59 resolutions they need to write.
Got it.
Okay. So, or 28, you put a couple on, but still yet they've got over 30 resolutions that they need to write. And there is back and forth checking on it because, we put a question mark instead of a period, right? So we want to allow enough time that everything is dotted and crossed appropriately. If we can get it to the mayor before the 31st, that makes his time to review with his executive team if there's any questions on this.
All right.
So that's the process. And then we have budget. You said to allocate, we have funds to allocate to some sort of marketing.
Yes.
Can we just vote on repeating the same marketing, at least starting like as a base of just repeating the same marketing we've done in prior years? Like,
That's up to you guys, yeah.
That's up to you if that's what you'd like to do.
but that's
We've talked with the comms team. They're going to, if you've noticed in our they've used this hand. Some other people have been using the hand. So I've talked with our point person. They said, whatever you want, give it to them and we can start. There is it's out of order, but there is an application in your packet, a revised application based on what the county code requires to be submitted. One side is what is required. The back side is a little bit more, it's not required and confidential, including what their job is.
Do the applicants know that the backside is confidential?
It says it at the top. So you do.
Oh, wait. But if we're gonna go down there, I
Yeah.
think we need to,
Okay.
call up
Well,
the agenda. So
yeah.
not
yeah,
yet,
we're
yeah.
jumping ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I would entertain a motion to, at the bare minimum, repeat the same marketing procedures that they use for 2024
Second.
or 2023.
Second.
Well, yeah.
I know someone has to make the motion.
Want me to make the motion? Okay. I'll make the motion to implement the same marketing plan as you've done in the past. At the bare minimum. At least as a start to get this campaign going.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. Member Biela seconds.
I would like,
I'll open it for discussion.
yeah, go ahead.
I just have one question for you. Do you have budget for a proper ATS or applicant tracking system? Because I know this is a lot, like spreadsheets and Excel. I don't know if you have budget for that.
So we do have a budget, and that is part of that software package that we will have to write, and that is something that will be in the beginning of the year. So this alleviates all the spreadsheets and who's going where by application coming in. It's time stamped, we see it, we route it.
But for this one though, we still have to use a spreadsheet.
Yeah. So
We'll have to use
for this fast nomination, this won't go until June 2025.
Yeah.
And the budget you're referring to, this is in addition to that
Yeah.
software.
That's
Yeah, separate, yeah.
Software.
We have more money.
But you have marketing money.
Yeah, so that's about the radio ads.
I think radio ads seem to be.
okay. Wait. Okay. We're still
Sorry.
discussing. No, go ahead.
Your discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to, have you guys used radio ads?
No.
You haven't in the past?
No.
Any thoughts?
About like Spotify or Pandora ads.
Well, look at your market though, your demographic. You think? I almost feel like radio, many people have just the radio on in their office. I don't know. We listen to Pandora too. I know what you mean, but thoughts?
Spotify, like you said, I know at work we use Spotify.
I mean, there's the local media group that, you know, you can have ads done,
Right, like radio ads.
radio, yeah.
Does the county use, I know you use LinkedIn, and is that part of the current marketing strategy, using LinkedIn?
We haven't,
And social.
but we can direct.
Okay.
We can direct our comms team wherever we want this to go.
That's a good idea, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn?
Mhm.
I've seen things on LinkedIn. I just don't know how, I can't remember how specific it was.
We can put that in their directional for this project.
I think just,
Something we can get on the phone.
Social, LinkedIn,
That's what everybody's looking at.
press release.
We can get it on the phone. So
yeah, you get text messages all the time, random.
Spam.
Spam, yeah, I get it all the time. There's a sale at the Gap, or, you know,
So like,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
for the most part, that's the you reach most people.
Mhm.
That would look like it, no?
I think just social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anything that you're scrolling, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Or by that though, are you talking, because right now we're like posting on the county website as opposed to like, I know like you can pay for an ad to go on the Facebook that comes on. Are we talking about that separately? Because I don't think county has done before, right?
So the social media would use the county's social media, Facebook, Instagram, and then they take care of the ad. They do those ads. You know, you're talking about that when you see them pop up. When
Yeah.
You can
are-
pay to boost them.
Yeah,
Oh, you
they
can
take
cut
care of that.
Right now or something. Those are people that'll be interested in reading the.
Yeah, Maui now, the one online.
Yeah. Any of this trying.
So a press release would go out and they would target Molokai, Lanai, media, Maui Now, Hawaii News, HNJ, Hawaii News Journalism is part of, you see it pop up on Maui Now as well.
Do you, so are we creating a list then of stuff that we,
We're just, if there's anybody outside of that you're thinking of, I think the LinkedIn is a great one. Thank you. Along those lines, if there's something that hasn't been triggered in the past. What it will also do is provide you with anything, should the two right now that you had for the Board of Ethics don't pass muster, now you can maybe get more on that list, right? Right now, we hit bare minimum on most of them.
are we able to communicate with the marketing team directly, or like, could they come in here? Like, I guess, I'm just trying to think of it. When we request these things, where does this go to?
So this will go, so I'll write it up. I'll send it to the comm team.
Comms, that's it.
Yeah, so the communications team, and then they came back like,
Hola, can you hear them?
No,
Okay. We lost.
We-
We lost
we
sound.
cannot hear you guys.
Well, I'll
I'm
text
gonna try.
you.
I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, go text him.
okay, please do. Thank you.
I don't think she can check her phone. Oh, there she looking now. Read your phone, Jenny. Oh, you know what? They even go mute. They stay muted.
Yeah, I see that on.
I might have hit the
That's
button,
right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're good.
Sorry, everybody. How long was that?
How long ago did you guys lose the 4 week?
Hold a minute.
Members, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we'll about a minute.
About a minute.
okay. I
That
may have
seems-
just, I may have bumped.
Okay, so I'll just do a quick recap.
Yeah.
Quick recap as we were just discussing different marketing ideas. Obviously, you heard most of those. And then we were talking about budgetary constraints with the comms team. So Corey's going to touch base with the comms team.
Yeah, I'll interface with the comms team. I'll report back next week, the 23rd for you.
That was it.
And the other one is which I didn't mention, I do send this out to the council members, and to their, especially the remote offices, Bulakai, Lanai, Hana.
Mhm.
And they have really great people out there who do, some good field work as well.
Right.
And then we have, all of you as well. And if you want me to print some flyers, then we can get those to you, so that you're not having to run it and, use a lot of ink and stuff, whatever you want to do.
Okay, great.
It's a good idea.
All right, so if I compile a list and email it to you of just all the things we just talked about.
Yep, I've got it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we were in a motion to, no, we're way past that. Right, D. We were in a motion to at least automatically get the comms team to start doing the existing marketing that they had previously.
And I'll,
Discussing it.
yes, so we have to vote on that.
I think the only addition might be the LinkedIn, because I don't think that was previously done.
Yes.
So if you can amend the
I'll
motion to
I'll
add.
amend my motion to use all the existing marketing tools and adding LinkedIn in addition,
Radio.
and radio.
Yep.
And I believe that's it. So LinkedIn, Spotify, Pandora, county website, just to summarize, Maui Now, radio, Facebook,
You don't have to.
and that's, yeah, okay. So that's my revised motion.
If you can, someone can second a revised motion, please.
Who's second?
Second. All right, member Viola seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
We've got, yep, remote is unanimous. The motion passes. All right. Thank you. Okay. Time's it. 6:00. Agenda item 4E, review and consideration of 2024 existing applications for 2025 mass nominations. I will open this up for public testimony for a bit. If anyone would like to give public testimony on this agenda item, please raise your hand.
I see none, Chair.
All right, I will close public testimony on agenda item 4E. Oh, was that 4E?
Yeah. It is 4.
It is. Great, thanks. All right. So do we have a list of people to review right now?
So, Chair, this is determine and define needed applicant requirements for each board, commission, and office by geographical, gender, specialized skills and knowledge, resolution, or ordinance for recruitment.
Oh, sorry. He was.
Which one are we at?
saying E, but are we doing D?
This is D that we're talking.
Okay.
Oh, I apologize. I thought we had already discussed that.
No, that was advertising media.
Got it. All right. Let me roll back a second. We are on agenda item 4D. As a delta, I will open that agenda item up for public testimony, determine and define needed applicant requirements for each board, commission, and office by geographical, gender, specialized skill, knowledge, resolution, or ordinance recruitment. Does not look like there's anyone that would like
So
to
you
give
know what boards
Hang on a
you
second.
need.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Nope. No one online looks like they're giving public testimony, so we will close public testimony on agenda item 4D. All right. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
go ahead.
Trying to catch up for the hour we missed.
Yeah. Okay.
So 4D, you have the updated boards, commissions, and committee listing through October 11th. That's the one that goes page by page for each board and commission.
Got it.
At the top of each are what the requirements for it. My practice in the past was to look at this board. For example, the affirmative action has one opening. This member can be reappointed. We'd start there if he wants to be reappointed. If he says yes, that's great. That's a slam dunk.
We're talking about the person that expiration date 3/31/25.
Yes,
Okay.
only 2025s.
Yep.
So that's a reappointment. They usually do best. Now, this person may say, sorry, I don't want to be reappointed. You got to find a candidate to fill that. It has to be a county representative. He's one of 3. We look at the makeup of the board. Is it balanced geographically? Is it balanced male, female? And then we look at the enabling legislation on this one. You have 4 from the community, 3 from the county. This position, as I said, is a county representative on it as well. So that's what you would be filling. You have a form. It's a template. It's this one.
Yep.
A bunch of them. And you've seen these. And this is basically who's the appointing authority? When is this due? By December 31st. This is for mass nominations. The number of vacancies, we have 1 for the affirmative action. Currently, it's a male. Do we need another male or do we need a female? This is basically your drafting sheet. You're thinking sports, right? And what you're going to look for. And you would say any residency area that needs to be attached. In this case, it needs to be a county representative. It is one of 3 positions. Once we have that, this is the list that the names go on. So this list will go to the appointing authority and saying, this was taken into consideration. Here are the names. Here are the applications behind for you.
Thank you.
So we have 28 of these that we need to look at. And it's one of the reasons why we broke this into 2 meetings on how you and how you want to tackle that. I'll leave that for your discussion.
Okay. Any questions for Corey, since you're just giving us a description of that? I didn't have to.
No. Shouldn't do it.
Okay.
Like a long time.
Just the template, yeah. I guess we don't.
These are posted. Everything is in the Google Drive too.
Yep. Just quick clarification, like just kind of what we've always been doing, right? Like, because there's nothing different about this.
Right.
Okay.
Not very different. They were already completed though. I'd done them all already.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. So now we have to, so we have to review basically everyone that we want. We have to create the name list is what you're saying. All right.
The
For each board commission.
yeah. Basically, like I said, think you're NFL. You're drafting your team.
Mhm.
Hence the suggestion.
What do you want on it? What
Yeah.
are the
How do we
qualifications
want
they need? And, satisfying all the other criteria. That's
But utilizing the applications that we already have available to us.
it's best to start with what you need. And then you look at your applicants from there.
Okay. Got it.
To create the need list.
Yep. All right.
So Chair, if I could just summarize, so we're at this point, we need to figure out how we're going to create these lists. And that's what the suggestion of the TIG was. in this motion,
You know,
or the previous motion, or previous item, I mean. Is that what you're saying about us creating this list in small groups?
Well, I think it was smallest, or I think for the application review to do it in smaller tigs. Small groups.
So we had originally talked about TIGs way back in the beginning, and we decided just not do TIGs because we wanted to work together, and
Well, it's also, it takes 3 meetings.
that was the other thing. Thank you. Yeah, it takes so long. So we meet and then we have to come to a meeting and just or vote
No, you present.
No, you present first.
consent.
Yeah.
And
And
Take
then
meets,
wait
then
six,
take
at least 6 days.
And we have to
and
wait.
if I may offer you, there are 9 of you. There are 28 boards. 9 times 3 is 27. If each of you took 3 of these boards and you did the sheets yourself with one person doing 4 and came back to this meeting next week with those 3, then I can write them up.
And that doesn't require a TIG to do. If we're
It just means you need to, if Chad takes affirmative action, Board of Ethics, and Animal Control Board. There you go.
So he's just writing what
He's,
we're
he's going to complete his draft requests
Yep.
of what needs to happen for this board. And it's really looking at what is currently, what is the legislative on that, what spells it out, and then what is the makeup? Is it balanced equally? Is there any, maybe it's the Board of Ethics and they need a Molokai seat. So they're going to say, we need somebody from Molokai, we need a cultural specialist. That's just completing what the need is. And I think that everybody's capable of doing 3 based on division of this.
Yeah. Thanks, Corey. It seems pretty straightforward.
So just an assessment. So it's not really the actual names at that point. Is that what you said?
So
it's just what does that board?
we're just saying, yeah, so let's just use Animal Control Board as an example. Since we have 1 spare, right? We'll just walk through it all together. There's 2 people coming up for mass nominations. The 2 that expiration date's 3/31/25.
Yeah.
1, the West Maui requirement. The other's anyone. So that's basically what you write on that sheet.
And then how many men, how many women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one doesn't have a
Animal Control Board's
requirement.
pretty, very simple. I'm actually, oh yeah, thanks. Can we,
Jenny?
you can pass it over to Chad. You don't have one, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, so that makes sense. Corey, as far as we just do 3, do we just want to get them assigned? So let's, I would entertain a motion to split this list up into 3s alphabetically and just assign them to members. So motioned.
So motioned.
Excellent.
Learning.
I would take a second.
Second.
Excellent. Member Shimizu seconds. Is there any discussion needed about this, or is it pretty clear? Clear. All right. All those in favor of splitting this up into groups of 3 and assigning them to each member?
Aye.
All right. Looks like everyone.
It's just the ones that are up for mass nominations.
Yeah. So there's 29.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it. Okay. That was unanimous. That motion passes. I would now entertain a motion to specify which boards get assigned to which members.
So moved.
All right. Can I get a second?
Nice, you
for
like
that? All right. Member Shimizu seconds. Okay. Quick discussion. Let's just do it alphabetically and we'll just go around the room. If that's okay with everyone. Okay. We'll start with Member Lahano. He gets, he's going to get these top 3: Affirmative Action Advisory Council, Animal Control Board, and Board of Ethics. And again, we're not selecting anyone. We're just writing out what our requirements are. Member Viella, you're going to get the next 3: Board of Variances and Appeals, Civil Service Commission, Commission on Children and Youth. So that's 4 through 6. All right. Member Diego, I know you're remote, but your card's here, so we're going to use that. You're getting the next 3. It's Conservation Planning Committee, Council on Aging, and Fire and Public Safety Commission. Member Sullivan, you're the next 3. On Advisory Committee, Maui Planning Commission, Housing Advisory Board, Hula Agricultural Park Committee. Those should be pretty straightforward. Myself, Chair Stone, I'll take the next three. Lynette Planning Commission, gave that one to Member Shimizu. Liquor Control and Education Board and Liquor Control Commission, the hard ones.
Sorry, Chair, did you, you excluded Lanai, you're going to give that to members?
No, I took it. It doesn't.
You're taking
Organizing.
Yeah, we're just going in order. So I'm 13, 14, or
Yeah.
13, 14, 15. Okay. Member Kealoha, you're the next three. Commission on Persons with Disabilities, Cultural Resources Commission, and Maui Planning Commission. You got fun ones.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay.
Gina.
Member Gormley, currently absent, but she'll get the next three. Maui Redevelopment Agency, Maui Police Commission, and Real Property Tax Review Board. Okay. And then Member Shimizu, you're going to get the next three: Salary Commission, Urban Design and Review Board, and Committee on the Status of Women. Okay. And then remote, Member Party Avellino, you will get the next three, which is Arborist Committee, Elections Accessibility, and East Maui Regional Community Board. And then 28, I'll just take that one as a spare.
Same, huh? What's,
Oh yeah, they're duplicates. Are those 27 and 28 look like they're duplicates? Is
Yeah,
that
they're
correct?
the same thing. So you got 27, there you go.
Okay, there we go. So yep. Is everyone clear with the numbers that they got? All right. All right. All those in favor of
voted on splitting out?
yeah, we voted on splitting it in that specific manner.
Okay.
Can I repeat back?
Yes, please go.
Starting in by threes, the first group is member Lahano, member Viela, member, this is Diego, 789.
Yep.
Next group of three, starting with Hana, is member Sullivan. Next three, beginning with Lanai, is chair. And the next three will be starting with Commission on Persons with Disabilities is member Kealoha. Maui Redevelopment is going to be member Gormley. Salary Commission, starting with Salary Commission, member Shimizu. Beginning with Arborist is member Purdy Avellino. And that is it.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
If you
for
have
next-
any questions, be sure to email me. I'm happy to, or, help you out.
Yep.
I,
Okay. All those in favor?
wait, Kalamai, sorry, I just have
That's.
Oh, sorry.
you guys hear me?
Member Purdy Avellino?
I just wanted to make a note just in case, but basically we went off of the title of the board and commission. But if you guys are going by numbers, I might have a different, because mine just goes to 26. So I don't have a
Oh, might be
27,
older one.
28, or 29. It's in the email. I'm following the one off the email sent October 15th at 10:26 a.m. attachments, 2025 mass nomination. So I just wanted to make that clarity just because numbers are different, but I got the titles that I'm going to be working on, which is the Arborist, Elections, and East Maui Regional Community
Those are the
Board.
ones.
Yes, thank you, member. We added housing into this list yesterday. So the
Okay.
one that I sent was outdated, but the one that's in the Google Drive was updated today.
Okay,
But
thank
you are correct. You have Arborist, Elections Accessibility, and the East Maui Regional Community Board.
Mahalo.
She gave us confirmation.
And the updated version will be uploaded onto the
The updated version is up on
the website.
Google Drive right now,
on the website.
in the website.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
As motioned. It's like, yep. Okay, we got confirmation from remote users as well. All right, that motion passes. Okay, so everyone's got a little bit of homework. I should be able to do it in about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully.
And these forms are over there. You can take them, right?
Oh, yeah. So there are extra forms over there to help. Okay.
And just quickly for 4D, we have it under 4D is the resolution number 19-11. That's the county auditor's resolution that spells out his term. So his term is ending June 30th, 2025, meaning this board will need to have a list of nominees or applicants available to the council by April 1st, 2025. This may be a little bit different because this is going to be a paid position that this board will be looking for. So I did speak with the Department of Personnel Services, how they usually do. The directors, they usually for council offices, they'll make a request if they want to. I think they have NeoGov job website where they post the jobs, and then they can say we'll post it for, and then you can specify how long for, job description, etc. And then this body can decide on how far, because the charter does have, and if you look at the charter section, it does have like the minimum qualifications for a county auditor. So if you want to review that before and then kind of come up with the process of about that one.
Where will we be getting applications to review for this position?
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then you gotta advertise first, and then they will do. I don't know if it's gonna be application per se. It's gonna maybe more like, I think maybe I'll double check, and maybe we can have Director Razzle Porter as a resource on one of your meetings to kind of talk about that. But
Should we in the future invite her to a meeting maybe in January?
Yeah, that would be great.
yeah, we can put her
It's
after.
like a pretty important position. It's not,
Yeah. It's in the charter.
I
Yeah.
don't know who we're selecting. All right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so usually a cover letter, resume, I think, and then you review that and a list of references. And I don't know how much this board wants to vet those people before you send them off to council, that too, but yeah,
Because council's the appointing body for this position.
yes.
Yep. Something to keep in mind for January. Okay. Where are we at? 6:13.
Sorry, Chair, just a reminder, we need to inform Gina and Corey of their assignment so they can,
So the secretary can do
I
that.
can notify.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
make sure.
Jenny's probably already texted him.
Didn't actually, I was going to, and I thought that's not nice.
Well, that'll be a violation, I think, of sunshine law, actually, so she can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. People do that.
So I'm just on voice control for the people on there. No texting.
Okay. All right. Next order of business then. So moving on to agenda item 4E, as in echo. Review and consideration of 2024 existing applications for 2025 mass nominations. I will open this agenda item up for public testimony. If there's anyone online, no one in the room, and no written testimony I was notified about. It does not look like there's anyone that would like to testify that's remote. So I will close public testimony on agenda item 4E. Do we need to go on do we have to take a recess or?
Executive session.
Oh, okay. Well, because we will be reviewing people's applications, I would entertain a motion to enter executive session.
I will make a motion to enter executive session with reference to the agenda item above. The board may convene in executive session pursuant to HRS 92-5A2, 92-54, or 92-5A8 to consider the hire, evaluation, dismissal, or discipline of an officer or employee or charges brought against the officer or employee, where consideration of matters affecting privacy will be involved to consult with the independent nomination board's attorney on questions and issues related to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and or to deliberate or make decision upon a matter that requires a consideration or of information that must be kept confidential pursuant to the state law.
Can I get a second on that motion?
Okay.
All right, member VLS seconds. All those in favor?
I
All right. Yep. All right. That's unanimous. Can we please enter executive session? All right. We're reconvening the Independent Nomination Board in regular session. It's 6:26 p.m. During executive session, we decided to skip agenda item 4E as an echo with the consideration to return to it at a later date, possibly in continuation of next week's meeting. At this time, I think it's a good point to.
Did Member Sullivan have any clarifying questions regarding this item?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was about a previous item, but I think I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
I got it. Thanks.
Yep. Yep. So due to some of the technical difficulties this morning or earlier in the afternoon, and the fact that it's 6:30 p.m., I would entertain a motion to recess until next week. October 23rd.
So moved.
All right. Can I get a?
Hold on, I don't think we need to take a motion on that, but I think.
I could just.
No, but Chair, I would like to take up one thing, and that's the application, which is item F. And that's the review of that application will help me
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
with the marketing.
Yep. Fair enough. I apologize.
No.
Let's roll that back. We will move on to one more agenda item 4F, review of boards and commissions 2025 community application form and recruitment process. The draft application is linked. I will open this agenda item up for public testimony. If there's anyone in the room or remote that would like to provide public testimony, please raise your hand.
No, Chair, there is none.
Yep. It does not look like there's anyone that would like to give public testimony, so we will close public testimony on agenda item 4F. Secretary, you had some to mention.
So yeah, this is part of your, the item that you discussed earlier, part of your marketing. You need to have your application. What you have in front of you is Maui County Code 2.41.020, and that says information. This is the information that the mayor or the appointing authority must submit to the council when nominating an individual to a board, commission, or committee under section 13-2 revised charter of Maui. So you see all of this information. 2.41.070 is the public disclosure of information. The next item is the current application as you see it. In the box it says 2024. The highlighted things are those items required by 2.410.020 that is needed to go on an application. With that in mind, the 2025 draft takes into consideration those items on the first page. And then the second page has been revised to include educational background and employment on the second, which is our confidential sheet, along with phone numbers.
Yep. Thank you. And we're voting on if we want to accept.
If there's any changes, number one, if there are any changes that you want to make to this, any language, did we miss something? You want to add something? And then some of the considerations, reviewed other counties, Kauai and Hawaii, when looking at this, they have their own policies, but just some of the way things were asked changed a bit. The order, the bottom of the page is the consent to be nominated and certification of truthfulness and accuracy of information. We extrapolated commitment to attendance and that they will commit to attending all regularly scheduled meeting boards to the best of their abilities. So that's removed out of part of the language before. You acknowledge and attest that the above statements and information I provide is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge. I authorize the office of the mayor and the independent nomination board, along with its employees and agents, to investigate and obtain information regarding my suitability to be nominated and serve as an appointee of the County of Maui. So that was some additional language
Right.
added into that.
Make this draft. So discuss.
I'd like to make a motion to approve this draft, 2025 draft application.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Member Shimizu, seconds. I'm going to open up for discussion. As everyone's had a chance to review it. I have a question, Secretary. Were we considering putting some sort of language on here saying that they may be interviewed in publicly, or like that they have to approve? I remember we had some sort of discussion about that.
We were not. That the position was that we would continue to
They can ask.
they can ask, but we weren't going to ask it on this application.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can maybe put it in this filling the application cover sheet that if the applicant so desires, the interview may be done in open session. Along that line.
Yep. I just remember we discussed it. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I'm just also a suggestion, sorry, for number 2 of that.
Which one?
Number 2, not the application itself, but the filing of an application.
On the cover?
Yeah, the cover sheet.
Yes.
Says if you're selected, the highlighted portion, if you're selected as a nominee, the information contained on this form will be provided to the public. I think if it goes to council, I think they're just automatically going to publish those,
They don't publish the second page.
right?
No.
No, with the exception of the confidential information.
Yeah.
But it's not upon request, so they'll just do it, right?
No, they don't publish the second page.
No, I know, but they publish the first page.
First
They
page
published it.
without request.
Yeah. So it's not with request, it's without, you can cross it out, right? Because,
So, I'm sorry, would you like me to edit out?
yeah, so to read, so I can, yeah, so it's, if you're selected as a nominee, the information contained on this form will be provided to council
Okay.
and available to the public,
Okay.
with the exception of confidential information. Because council will then publish that first page.
If you're selected as a nominee, the information contained on this form will be provided to council and available
To the public,
to the public,
with the exception of confidential information.
with the exception of confidential information.
Yeah.
Right.
And if they ask, you can let them know, like, page 2, that's going to be the confidential information that one.
I'm sorry, what does that say?
No, so you don't have to write it all down.
Oh, okay,
If they ask for clarification, if the applicants ask for clarification on that,
okay,
you can let them, it's the page 2 that you're talking about, the confidential information.
okay, got it.
Let's just label it edit 1.
Did you, at this, in number 2, or adding right under it, add whether they would like to be,
Oh,
con-
Let's just if
okay,
putting it in just adds confusion. If we're going to not add it at all, then. All right. Any other changes or drafts you guys, or changes to this draft everyone's interested in seeing?
you know, if they look like that.
I'm
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't. If anyone remote was trying to say something, we apologize. No.
So I have a question regarding number 2. If you are selected as a nominee, the information, and so forth. This is when they are selected by the
Appointing
county
authority.
council,
No,
by
by the mayor,
the mayor.
or
Yeah.
the council.
Or the council, the appointing body.
appointing authority.
And currently what they do is they just publish the first page, but that first page contained, with the exception of phone numbers, contained everything before, so. And then just revise some of the questions that are an added question in. Based on what the county code required. Skin.
Anyone else have any feedback on this?
The application forms, I think it's the same thing as question mark or period. Does the board members want to keep the question marks? It looks like
What section are we talking about?
the application itself. We go like the third one is a list any community service and a professional organization activities are affiliated with or member.
Yeah, that's more a statement.
Yeah, and the first.
Please provide.
And list.
Period.
Yeah, so question number 1, briefly explain your interest in being a member of a particular board, commission, or committee.
Delete.
Put a period instead of a question mark at the end of
Yes.
that, please.
Okay.
I would say for each line. Oh, no, the second one actually makes sense.
Second stays.
Are you?
Third question, period.
Yeah,
Please provide a brief summary of your skills, qualifications is changed to a period.
period. Yeah.
So then do you just break the delete please too? Because none of them, the rest of the other ones don't have like
Yeah, that's true. Provide.
Yeah,
provide.
so 1, 2, 3.
Strike them.
Question number 4, yeah. Just provide.
Okay, so take out please, got it?
And then any other relevant personal, professional, blah, blah,
And do you want to make that
blah. Commission or committee, period.
provide any other
Oh, yeah.
and make it a period?
Provide any other,
Yeah, and then a period at the end.
thank you.
Call those,
And period on the end.
yes. Summarize
Can I read
those.
that just back to make sure I've got this correct? First question, briefly explain your interests, ends in a period. Currently serving or previously served on is a question mark.
Can we edit that to, all right. Are you currently serving?
I can.
Or no, that doesn't, because it doesn't
Currently
serve.
serving or previously served in.
Yeah, no, I think it's worded properly the way it is now.
List any community service, ends in a period. Provide a brief summary of your skills, period. Provide any other relevant personnel, ends in a period. Any other edits in between those?
No, it looks good. We'll call that grouping edit 2.
Commission Council, any language in the consent section?
Let me. So to clarify, is this authorizing the independent nomination board to go out there and get like feedback from the public regarding the? Is that what you're?
No, but it authorizes, we can look on social media, right? If you wanted to. There have been instances when a nominee comes through that we do look at social media.
If it's open to the public, do you really need an authorization form?
So we don't need to be authorized.
I mean, we can leave it there so that they know that there might be an outside investigation.
What if you're asking outside, for example, it's somebody who works in an organization that I'm familiar with, does so-and-so work at your company as they've stated on their application? That's all I can ask, right? Do they work there? And they can say either yes or no. That's just verification, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that feedback, Yukari. Anything else, everybody? Member Sullivan, would you like to amend your
Yes.
motion?
I would like to amend my motion to add, include edits 1 and 2 that was discussed.
Okay, member Viola seconds. So all those in favor of passing this with the edits that we discussed?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep. Okay. That's unanimous, including the people online. That motion passes. So with those changes, Corey, you're good to go on getting that going.
Great. And then we can pass that along to the comms and they can link everything all in there. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I don't need a motion to recess. I can just recess.
So you can just recess, I think, and let them.
Should have known that. I would. First 5 minutes. All right. Okay. Well, due to the time, I'm going to recess the independent nomination board at 6:41 p.m. I appreciate everyone's time, especially the remote people who, remember, Curdy Abellino, did you have your hand up to speak or is that just from before? Okay.
That was from before.
Okay. All right. I appreciate everyone's time. Thanks for coming. Good job. Don't forget everyone has homework.
Remote in next week.
And then, yeah, next meeting's 100% remote. So we're all remoting in.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Mahalo, good night.
Everyone, that was a technical
Night.
challenge. We get it.
I don't know how many more people could have came down to try to help, right? It was great.
That's definitely the input cable to it.
Do you, I'm going to turn this all off.
Just throw it out the window.
Yeah, for your good sport.
All right. Oh, it's getting darker earlier now, too. So